Wow, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Laugh Daily Podcast. Andrew started off with an absolutely natural sound effect. Opening a can.
That was not the soundboard, if you were wondering.
Man, people are impressed by you, Andrew. You just keep improving.
Every
each
episode. Hey, there's going to be new sound effects.
Really?
Just for me.
Okay. But as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about some traveling stories and experiences and just things we've gone through in the past.
Yeah. Because the world is so big, and we've been actually many places. So we're just going to share some thoughts, favorites, anything we've learned.
And hopefully give you guys some good laughs. So to start, though, we have a new segment, Extremely Random Facts. Andrew, what fact do you got for us today?
All right, so today's fact, for me, actually includes a little story element. What the? I saw a sneak peek on your phone.
I know.
Your fact. It has a little story element to it, okay?
All right.
So, when I was in college, this mainly pertains to boys as well. I could be girls, but mainly boys, because boys really want big biceps and big arms.
Yeah?
You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So in college, I was trying to work out a little bit, and then I came across this random fact. It's not like crazy or anything, but did you know that your tricep muscle actually makes up 60 to 70% of your overall arm?
I did not know that.
I read that fact, and I was like, hang on. Why am I trying to work out my biceps so much if I'm just trying to get bigger arms? Shouldn't I be like working out the muscle group that makes up the biggest part of my arm?
Absolutely.
So with that in mind, for like a month straight, every night I did like tricep dips and like tricep workouts, mainly just for a month. And obviously I'm not like a bodybuilder now.
Did you have gigantic triceps?
Don't know. But that was the thought process. So you guys can use that in your random facts of life, or utilize that fact in the gym. Maybe
you could utilize it, and Andrew does not have proof that it works or is a real.
Or do I? I guess you would just have to.
You have to try out for yourself. All right, I got a fun fact for you guys. I just looked this up. Andrew, you know the cereal Captain Crunch?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Do you know the main character's name?
Captain?
No, he's not even a captain either.
No, stop.
Yeah, he's a commander.
Commander?
Yeah.
Commander what?
His name, Captain Crunch's real name, is actually Horatio Magellan Crunch.
No, it's not.
Yes, I don't know who came up with that, but there's a random fact for you. So next time your mom in the morning is like, hey, what do you want for breakfast? Say, me wants Horatio Magellan Crunch. And your mom will be like,
Timmy, we don't have that.
Hey, come on, Mom. You should know this. It's Captain Crunch.
This is common sense, Mom.
So, anyways, it says that I think captains have 3 stripes on their uniform cuffs.
What's the picture?
Or sorry, a commander has 3 stripes, and captain has that.
Let me see.
On his cuffs.
Oh, on his cuffs. I see.
So if you just look up a picture, we're looking at it right now, you can see Captain Crunch has 3 stripes on his wrists, which indicate he is a commander, not a captain. What? Strange, huh?
What kind of world do we live in?
Yeah. All right, 2 more funny facts I found.
Okay.
Let me know what you think of these. The inventor of Frisbee golf was turned into a Frisbee.
What does that even mean?
That's what I thought
How
at
do you
first.
turn somebody into a Frisbee?
So when he died, his one wish was to be cremated and turned into a Frisbee.
No.
I don't know if his family was supposed to play with the Frisbee or just keep it on the shelf. That's like, he invented this. What a guy.
A Frisbee golf or ultimate Frisbee?
Frisbee golf, Frisbee.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't say ultimate.
So
I think just Frisbee
imagine
golf.
his family is taking him out for Frisbee golf, and they kind of yeet it and it went in the lake. Are they like upset they lost the disc?
Man. They would be very upset. I'd imagine they're not playing.
Well,
with the
there
disc,
goes Jeremy.
And then the final fact I found, which I own chickens and 1 rooster, so I thought this was funny. It says roosters have built-in earplugs.
But they're the ones making the noise.
I know. Apparently, when they do their call, it can reach up to 140 decibels or louder. So apparently, that's pretty loud. And if they didn't have built-in earplugs, they might go deaf. So I thought that was funny. It's just the way it was worded.
That's true.
Built-in earplugs when they're just getting annoyed.
With, the ladies running around or with themselves. They get annoyed and plug up their own ears.
Just I can't stand my voice. I can't stop. I keep waking myself up every morning. So, anyways, those were the random facts we found today. Hopefully you learned something new you can take away from this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have another mini game, mini challenge, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
This was made up by Andrew himself. So, Andrew, why don't you take it away? Random shower thoughts.
So this is a twist on random brain thoughts, but it has to occur to you while you're in the shower.
Okay.
So here's what happened to me. Was this morning or yesterday morning? Yesterday morning. I was in the shower and I was thinking about cameras because I really want to get the new Sony A7S III. Okay. And there's a lot of cool stuff about it. You read up on the stats. It's got this much dynamic range, yada, yada, yada. And it was making me think our eyeballs are actually one of the most impressive cameras in the planet. That's a fact.
I would agree.
But with this fact, I was just thinking how, in cameras, you can take long exposure stuff. If you're in a low light situation, can't see much, you turn it. Our new iPhone's starting to do that too. Like you take a picture and it'll leave the shutter open. So it collects all the light data and then you can see much more of what's going on.
Yep.
It was making me think, what if there was a way that you blinked a certain way and it activated long exposure mode on your eyeballs? So you go into a room, you can't see barely anything. You go into long exposure mode, you click a little bit with your eyes, and you leave them open for like 5 to 10 seconds, and you blink to finalize it, and then it shows you the whole room because you've just done long exposure on your eyes.
Maybe one day this can be unlocked. This superpower.
It might be a new DLC coming soon. We don't know. But
oh, man, maybe the older we get. That would be incredible because I sometimes get up in the middle of the night and I can't see anything. So being able to just blink and change the settings.
Just change the settings. And then you're like, whoa, I can see so much more. And then you go through, you don't step on Legos, whatever. You can find stuff.
That would be fun. But
so I thought of that when I was in the shower.
Maybe you can invent something that could make that a reality.
Okay.
This is a random observation, not even in the shower. But I'm categorizing it under this game because it's just a random thought.
Okay.
So I realized this about myself is that for some reason, most of the time when I'm around somebody who has a different accent than me, I start to morph into their accent.
I can confirm that happens to you.
I have no idea why. Literally, it's even shown in our videos when we used to do pranks, like we're around people from different parts of the world. They'll start talking, and then I'll slowly but surely turn into their language or their accent. And I'm just kind of cringing at myself. I'm like, please turn this setting off. Because I feel like it's just weird.
So you have a problem with accent settings getting stuck or changing without you authorizing it.
I did not authorize any accents, but does that ever happen to you, you feel like, or is this just
a little bit? I have seen it happen to me, but I know for a fact I've seen it happen to you because it cringes me out.
Because I'm not doing it on purpose ever.
Because you just start talking to someone, they say maybe one sentence, and then you will repeat back in the same accent that they just spoke to you in.
I don't want them to think that I'm making fun of them or anything like that, but it just happens. So I'm not sure how we survived in Europe.
Wow, this is a great segue.
Without doing that. Yeah. Great segment to our traveling stories. Traveling, Andrew. What has your experience been with traveling? What do you got to share with everybody?
So if you have been watching our channel, JStuStudios, mainly, well, I guess vlogs too, but if you've been a fan for a while, I don't know how many, 5-ish years ago, we did this thing called Prank Tour, which was really fun because we haven't really traveled too much up to this point in our personal lives or business. And Prank Tour was, this company paid us to go, we went to 5 different countries in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 2-week trip, 5 different countries. We went to Norway, Germany, Switzerland, Amsterdam, and then England.
Yep.
All in 2 weeks. It was so fun because I've never experienced anything like that. And it was just so interesting going to all these different cultures, different walks of life. We went to Oktoberfest in the middle of Germany with 1 million people in these giant tents. Insane.
Just experiencing 5 different cultures basically in 2 weeks was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So different. Every country had something unique to offer. That was fun.
What was your favorite part of the trip? That trip?
I think we got to go with our wives, obviously. So that was a blast as well, just getting to experience it with them. But I mean, from having dinner, or actually breakfast and dinner at this German guy's house where he homemade, basically, it seemed like he homemade everything besides like he ordered pretzels. But his neighbor made the jelly we got to eat, and just how much they love beer was interesting.
Yeah, literally in Europe. Well, 2 things. So in Germany specifically, we went to these restaurants and we would order water, and they would almost get offended. They'd be like, water? We only have beers here. Like, please,
we need
just want water.
Hydration. The cups were, even when you order water, were like, it seemed like a couple inches of water.
Yeah, it was like a sip, and then
like, what is this,
please,
man?
just bring the pitcher, something.
And they don't know what ranch is either. Which
That's what I was going to say next too, because in America we love ranch. You put ranch on pizza or salad is normal, but we use ranch for everything else. When we were in Europe, we would ask people at the restaurant, "Do you guys have ranch? We can dip the pizza or just chicken, whatever." And they're like, "Ranch? Never heard of it."
like, huh? What do you dip this in? Oil?
How am I supposed to eat my pizza without ranch?
Man. Yeah, so that was really fun. I have another funny story. We didn't travel outside of the U.S. for this one, but we still traveled to California. It was a different prank tour, if you remember.
Yeah.
Back in the early days, we did this prank tour. Wow. Quick little treat from Andrew. We did a tour with some other YouTubers. I think it was like 5 YouTubers. We all stayed in this big house. And one of the YouTubers, he really struggled and dealt with sleep talking and sleepwalking. And we figured this out the night before. He's like, guys, anytime I eat hot things, it really escalates my sleep talking. So just so you know.
So we took mental notes.
So we gave him this hot sauce, and he gladly took it before bed, basically. And oh boy, let the games begin that night. He just went off the radar, off the deep end with sleep talking, and I was the first one to notice it. We're all sleeping in this room. I wake up and I hear him talking. His name is Damien, and I just start dying laughing. So I immediately get up and I'm just like crying, and I wake up everybody else. I remember specifically one of the things he said, because he was sleeping on his bed, and if you go to his bed and like hit his bed with your hand, it would trigger him to start talking for whatever reason. So we literally were having him full-blown conversations with him, not even with him, just having him talk just by us hitting his bed. And one thing he said, I hit his bed, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't played horseshoes in God knows when." I was like, what?
I remember, I think you left the room because you went to go get something and came back. And when you came in, he sat up and he goes, "You're not from around here."
So everybody in the room, we're dying laughing, and we're actually laughing pretty hard, and he's still sleeping.
And plus, we were filming this. I think he uploaded it on his channel because he's another YouTuber, but he deleted it.
I know. I was trying to find
where it is now, but we did record this, and it was so funny. But there was a climax to the story.
Yes. So we kept hitting the bed, and it would get him very startled. What did he start to do?
Well, at one point, we started shaking his bed to try to activate it more. And he got so scared. He was cursing. He jumped up on his bed And he was like, "There's an earthquake!" And then he dove off the side of the bed. And he was upside down with his feet sticking in the air. And that's when he woke up. And he was like, "How did Dad get down here?"
And we turned on the lights. He was very, very confused. And we're just dying laughing. We got it all on camera. Man, that was a good time. I have never met anyone like Damien who sleep talked like that.
Yeah, and didn't wake up.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Our roommate back in the day, Jacob, used to do some sleep talking, which was pretty funny, but definitely nothing like that.
No, I've never met anybody that talks like that.
Ever. Man, I wish he was around, though. I feel like I would just love to do that every night if we were roommates.
You would
bug
get
the
so
crap
mad.
out of somebody. But do you have any other stories?
So traveling, let us know what you think. Have you ever had a spot, like a bucket list of, I'm talking to you viewers or listeners, a spot that you've always wanted to travel to?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have one, or have you achieved your list?
No, I actually want to go to an Asian country. I feel like we've been to Europe. I've been to Mexico, been to Hawaii, which is really tropical, even though that's in the U.S., but Asian, nothing, no experience like that. So that's next.
I agree. Asia, and also I think Australia would be fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Some other spots that we have been, we went to Iceland, which was really cool. And not together, but we have both separately been to Africa on mission trips. And we also did a trip together with Compassion. We went to Sri Lanka, which, is that considered Asian or not quite?
Maybe not quite. I don't know what that's categorized as. But yeah, hearing you list all these off, it's crazy to think how many places we have traveled and how many different cultures, like how things are so different everywhere else than here. I think traveling is like such an important thing to do if you get the chance to do it, because it just gives you more perspective on just other people, other ways of living, and opens your eyes in new ways, especially for me. When we went to Uganda, that opened my eyes a lot. So definitely want to do that again.
Yeah, that was a lot of, well, I didn't go there, but I went to Rwanda. They're next door neighbors, so very similar
Very
stuff.
close, yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. I think traveling, since the world is so big, if you can just go to a different country, something a little bit different than what you're used to, man, eye-opening.
You start to appreciate what you have, and yeah, it's a good time. I remember, I have another story. Me and my family back in the day used to go on vacations like every year. So one vacation we went to Mexico, and I remember landing there, basically getting lost, and my dad was getting so mad because where we were staying in Mexico, we stayed at a really nice resort, but around the resort and right off the airport, it's kind of, I guess, a little shady where we were specifically. So we couldn't find where we were, and he was getting real mad, which was funny to watch him get mad. But the funny part about my dad, we like to prank him. So I remember being at this restaurant, and somehow I was able to get my napkin on his head without him noticing. I was at this nice Italian restaurant, and my mom and my sister were just dying laughing, and he's very confused, starting to get upset again. He's like, what are you guys laughing at?
Know.
Yeah. And like the waiter's coming up, and then we finally told him. I just love putting stuff on people's head when they don't know. I did that to him on the airplane as well. He was sleeping. I put the card on his head, and he's sleeping just with the big card on his head. Gotta love that.
Oh, man.
So
I have a funny travel story.
what?
This was a prank tour. If you guys remember, our old roommate, Kevin, he came with us on prank tour. And the first country we flew into was Norway from the United States. And Kevin had lost his luggage, all his luggage. And one thing you should know about Norway, it's one of the most expensive countries like in the world to like get stuff.
Yeah.
Everything there is so expensive. So he lands in Norway with nothing, and he had to buy all his clothes brand new from the Norwegian like shopping mall and stuff. And it was so expensive.
Gosh. I bet Kevin was pretty happy about that, though.
Yeah, low key, he was like, "Okay, we'll get some new clothes, some new swag."
Clothes? Come on now. I forgot about that too. having different prices, going to Norway and being everything's so expensive, and then go to like somewhere else like Sri Lanka and everything's just really cheap.
Oh yeah, I remember Sri Lanka was super cheap there.
You just can get an entire meal for just like.
One thing about Sri Lanka, everything there is hot.
Yep.
The temperature, the humidity, everything there is hot. You go into the ocean to cool off. The ocean is hot. For meals, they have curry for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's hot.
That's a really good point. I don't know how they deal with that.
We went to go visit this church, and the kids were outside playing, and they were telling us like they like to play soccer. And I was like, I can't even think of exercising right now with how hot it is. Oh. And he said, to cool down, guess what? They drink hot tea.
Yeah.
This was true.
Why? That doesn't even make any sense.
I know. He was saying, well, if you're hot on the inside, you have to be cooler on the outside. Like, no, I don't think that's how it works, but...
Next time we do some sort of exercise, workout, play basketball, we should have some hot tea on deck just to see
okay,
if
we'll test it.
Is correct. But hopefully in the future we'll get to travel some more places. But who knows with everything going on.
True. And then with kids too changes up because when you have kids, you got to take that into account of like where you want to go visit because you might not pick some place that kids are going to find boring because then it's just going to create a whole different experience. So you got to kind of keep that in mind.
So if you can travel while you're young too, when you don't have families, that is a lot easier. For some reason, when we went to Iceland, we traveled to Iceland when my daughter was only like 3-4 months old. Man, being on that flight for, what was that, 13, 18? How many hours was that?
Iceland? It was like 7 hours.
Okay, 7 hours, even 7 hours on a plane with a newborn. Oh, man, that is hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Barrett he must have been like 6 to 9 months. I don't know. He wasn't even walking yet, so same situation. We brought the babies. And in Iceland, what you do is you get in a car and you drive around to visit everything because there's like one main city and then everything else is like countryside. So with babies, we had to get car seats, but we also had to keep in mind we can't drive too far because then they're going to get upset and we have to go back or whatever. So like our max time we could be in the car was like 2 hours. So we didn't get to go the full experience, but we did get to go on this really cool glacier thing, which was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, in the future, I hope to travel a lot more, especially with the kids, my family, because I want to give them experiences. I feel like kids at such a young age could learn a lot just by being in different cultures.
Definitely.
It'd be so fun to just put them in these different places.
Yeah. And just vacation in general with the fam.
Israel, I want to go to bad with the family.
Oh, yeah. You didn't mention that on your bucket list, so sorry.
Oh, man.
You had your chance, but you missed it.
But Pastor's going in February. I want to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Any other travel stories?
Kind of. Okay, here's one more travel story. Kind of a tip as well. So, it was beginning of the year. I think it was January. We went down to Mexico for a wedding for Mary's friend. So we brought, it was us, we brought the kids, and then we brought her sister to help kind of watch the kids. But as we were leaving the house to go to the airport, I wanted to grab like $200 of just like cash, just to have cash. And Mary was kind of making fun of me. She's like, you don't need that. We have our cards. I was like, well, I just think it's a good idea. We bring just a little bit of like hard cash traveling. Yep. So we go there. We spend the whole time. I haven't touched the cash once. I was like, it was in my back pocket for a while. We go to check out of the hotel when we were leaving. So the trip was completely over and our card was declined. So we couldn't check out. And the total was like a little over $100. So I had that in my back pocket in cash that I brought for the whole trip.
How did your card get declined?
I think because when you have a bank account, sometimes you have automatic payments come through like on the same day. So sometimes you can, and our bank account or our bank wasn't open yet. So we couldn't call them to like, hey, we need to raise the limit on our card a little bit. So we would have been stuck there. We would have missed our flight because the bank wasn't open. We would have been stuck there.
Yeah.
But had a little cold, hard cash.
Andrew saves the day. That's crazy. Your hotel was only that much too. That it wasn't like above 200, because then you'd still be in trouble.
Yeah.
$200 cash.
Yep.
So tip of the day, bring cash wherever you go.
You don't have to bring a ton, but just enough to maybe cover one small situation.
Couple hundred,
You're
safe.
Mm-hmm.
So that concludes the traveling, but we have a kind of new segment. You guys have been enjoying our prank calls, as we love prank calls. This is still pretty much a prank call, but if you've seen our long nicknames prank on JStuStudios, we're going to be doing some long nickname pranks. And Hyper has so kindly made giant nicknames for us that we're not going to look at until we call a store. And then we have to basically be like, hey, I'm checking to see if my buddy's in. Here's his nickname. And we can't laugh. If we laugh, you lose.
That's the rules. Who's going first?
You.
Me.
So Hyper is going to text Andrew this list. And Andrew, you call a GameStop, and let's see if you can complete the challenge. We have no idea what Hyper wrote. But man, does he have a goofy sense of humor. So this could be difficult.
I am very concerned.
You guys play along if you're listening as well. Try not to laugh. And if you want to take it a step further, try not to smile.
That's kind of impossible, I'd like to say. So,
but try.
Okay. All right. Just got the text. So I'm going to dial up GameStop. We like calling GameStop because there's like unlimited of them.
And they're just epic. There's always some great characters at GameStop. Let the games begin.
Thank you for calling GameStop, where we're doing pre-orders on Cyberpunk 2077. This is Joe. How can I help you?
Hey, man. I was just seeing if my buddy was in at work today.
What do you mean?
My friend. This is his nickname. I didn't know if he was in at work today. It's the one known as Goo Goo Guru. Let go of me for the last time. Ravioli General Chowder shot. If you want to be my friend, then make the soup hot. How many times does the wind blow stick my finger up my nose and never tell a soul? Wings of an eagle, break of a bird, give me the power to transform a turd. John Juniper swish swashbuckle. I too want to eat honeysuckles. You're in my town now, frankincense and burr. It's cold outside. That's his nickname. Is he there today?
He just hung up. He listened the whole time and then couldn't answer you.
Why would he listen to the whole name and then just not even respond?
You know, maybe he's going. Maybe I will recognize this name. Oh, good grief! Wow.
I do eat honeysuckles.
I'm surprised you even just got through that full call.
I was too nervous to even think if what was funny or not. This is just, I don't know why, but this is just cringy and nervous. But your turn.
All right, my turn.
Do you have yours?
No.
All right, okay. Dialing.
Hey, GameStop Flutter and Small, where you can join us to pre-order Cyberpunk 2077. This is Victor. How can I help you?
Hey, Victor, I was just calling to see if my buddy's in for work today, because I'm going to come in later.
Your buddy?
Yeah, he told me to call in to call him by his nickname. His nickname is Help. I've fallen and I can't get up. Please, please, please give me that candy cane. Sugar, my goodness, you have grown old. What a bag of bones. How dare you run for student council, brown bag, basement, bargain, Buttercup Brian. The once was lost and now can never be replaced litmus test of John's window pane as permission flowers. Again, I say split the difference, divide by 2. Someone here has got to poo. Whistling Winnie Dixie farm honorized. Can you keep a secret? I have a surprise. All right, that's his nickname.
All right, and Thomas is looking at you like you're crazy.
Oh, Thomas? That guy, dude. Oh, my gosh. He's in? I got to come in. But is Brian in?
Brian?
Yep, that was his nickname.
No, we just got a Josh.
Oh, darn it. All right, I just wanted to see if he was in because I wanted to come in later to pre-order that video game.
Which one?
The video games?
Yeah.
All right,
Which
brother.
video game you interested in? All right.
Well, currently I'm interested in the Halo Infinite. And Brian specifically told me to come in to pre-order it from him because he gets like an extra like pay raise or something. So I wanted to just make sure he was there. But if he's not there, I can do it from Josh.
Okay, I think you have the wrong GameStop, actually.
Oh, nuts.
I think you're looking for the 121st Broomfield.
Got it. I will call him.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right. Thanks, brother. Have a great day.
Yep. You too, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, man. What was that? Hyper. You got me at...
Somebody has got
Again,
to
I
poo.
say split the difference, divide by 2. Someone here's got to poo. I'm so surprised that these people are listening the entire time.
That's true.
I'm trying to get through it so he doesn't hang up, but he's just like,
He's like, uh-huh.
I got you.
Oh, Brian. Oh, that's the different store, bud.
He's not even thinking it's a joke. He's like, different
Did you
story.
send it?
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brooke. How can I help you?
Hey, I was just seeing if my friend was working today.
Friend?
Yeah.
What's the name?
This is his nickname. He told me to call and say this nickname so you would recognize him, but his name is...
Oh.
How many fish does it take to fill my heart? I'll start a fire in your soul and break your legs. Tell me that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I haven't heard that one before.
So he's not in?
No.
Okay. I'll try the other GameStop. Maybe I dialed on accident wrong store.
Okay. Yeah.
What? She made me laugh when I said, "Is my friend in?" She goes, "Friend?" Like, what else? What else could that mean?
Good night.
My friend, is he working? Friend?
Wow. You didn't get too far, though. That one's a big one.
Okay, I'll finish it for you guys because we got to know, right?
Yes.
And I'll break your legs. Tell me the difference between the two of us. One smells funky and the other one is listening to me. How many quarters do you have? Can I buy some time to hang out with you on my free time? Tostitos bite size. Thanks for the sponsor. We love a lot of money. Andrew's a monster. Go fish and wander wisely. Oh no, what's that smell? I think I've got to go. I've got the squirts again. Help, help. I'm drowning in my own filth. John. I would have laughed at the John, but start a fire in your soul and break your legs. That got me. That one got me.
Thank you for calling GameStop at the Colorado Mills Mall. My name is Kate. How can I help you?
Hey, I was just calling. I wanted to see if my buddy is, because I think if my buddy who works there is in, because he has one of my games that I bought.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, so his nickname actually is the Runaway Oyster Nachos, the fat fryer with the crinkle cut fries, the one who eats caboodle, aka Please Stop, That's My Friend, First Dance, Mackenzie, the Nancy Drew of Tokyo Joe's, Mr. Weeble Wobbles, But They Don't Fall Down, the Webbed Charlotte, that is Banana Peel, the Yin Yang Yo-Yo Kangaroo, the Man, the Myth, Mrs. Nesbit. Help, I'm on the Medicine Woman, One Yon, Long John, Bing Bong Gone, Bye Bye, Get Back on Yourself. That's his nickname. Is he there? I know it's a strange nickname, but I made it up back in our high school days, and he's like, you should call in and ask if I'm there. His name's actually Peter.
Nope.
All right, maybe. Is there another GameStop around there then? Because I thought this was the one on Academy.
No, this is the one in the mall.
Oh, Greg. Okay. All right. I'm going to call the other ones. Whoops.
Have a great one.
Thanks. Bye. Wow.
What? Mrs. Nesbit.
That is, man, this is quite the challenge. That was fun.
It is fun. Maybe we'll do it next time, except we'll give ones to him.
Yeah. I want to see Hyper do this.
Yeah.
It's harder than you think. If you guys want to try it on your own free time, you should. We recommend it.
It is fun.
But other than that, that concludes today's episode 4 of the Laugh Daily Podcast, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. And thanks for all your reviews and your ratings on the podcast sites and all the comments on the YouTube video. You guys are killing it. And we'll be back next week with another episode.
Have a great day. Goodbye.